You take wins and you figure out ways to win them, and we had to kind of work hard tonight to get this one. You know, they slow tempo down, they play a different style than we do, and you know, but we got the win. You know, very proud of this group to grit it out, and we were up by 10 there. Kind of struggled a little bit on some of those possessions at the end, but just really proud of these guys getting the win, and proud of these guys, you know, here at the table tonight.
Asia, just like the Charleston game, team starts out a little bit slow. You come off the bench, provide a lot of points. Just talk about giving the team that spark.
Well, it's mostly them finding me open, like in the corner. They run plays and they're more focused on Kelly or Krista coming off the screen, and then I'm like just wide open, so they find me, I shoot.
It seems like you've really embraced that role as the sixth man, and you know, just talk about really thriving in that role.
I've been a six man actually. Well, probably will now, but before they didn't really think of me as a threat, but now they're like, oh, she's in the game, she can shoot it. So it's good to come off the bench, get the team the spark they need.
Coach, when you had that type of depth off the bench, just how much easier does that make your job as a coach to know you have those options?
Well, first let's say the type of mentality that a person like Asia has to take this role and not be concerned about who's on the court from the start. So that takes a lot of maturity and a lot of great character on her part. So, and I hadn't spent a lot of time talking to her. I didn't have to go prep her. I let her just do what she did this year and you know, and embrace her role. You know, she's embraced this role, and you know, then we've had a few times I'll see her and tell her how proud I am of her. But you know, that's her. You know, and I have to take this moment to talk about that because you know, she's just embraced it. She was a happy mentality all year long, just like playing with a lot of freedom. We actually talked about that a lot. She's playing free. But, you know, to be on the receiving end of this as a coach, to have someone like her and, you know, Jaquel, and just have that type of depth coming off the bench, it's really nice. So very proud of her.
Darius, at the end of the game, it's still a tight game, and every time you touch the ball, you're just going, you're not thinking twice about it. What's the mindset at that point in the game?
To win. I try to do anything to make my team win, whether it's finding somebody, having to go to the bucket myself, talking, leading. I just do whatever it takes to win.
Making layups, she's really good.
Coach, you get off to a little bit of a slow start in that first quarter. Did you see anything on the floor that you weren't impressed with at that point, or what was going on?
Well, yeah, I mean, we're way better than what we showed in that side, and I think obviously you've been here on many nights where we're hitting that first three, and you know, so we didn't make a couple of those in the beginning, and I just think we are so versatile. We can do so many other things, and you know, the breaks start to come on. You know, you have to ask them, like at halftime, I'm like, I know you're the ones playing, everybody else is sitting here just, you know, observing and making assessments. You know, that they do a good job of being imposing on that front line, but if you can attack that front line of that 1-2-2, it's a matchup, and you know, and they did. Asia came right in and went right to the cup. You know, so it's just getting them to feel comfortable, like seeing the game. You know, after we people play us a lot of zone, but you know, they play it a little bit differently. So this will help us down the road. This will help us obviously with teams like Drexel and you know, other teams that play a lot of this matchup kind of stuff. And we just have to be more aggressive on it. So that's the only thing. Like I can see it. They have to do it. It wasn't like having to drop some new miracle play for them. They just have to have the confidence to, you know, see the gaps, attack the gaps, and really kind of just put the pressure on them.
Coach Angie,
Go ahead.
all right, thanks, Brian. Coach, Angie White had 12 points and 11 boards today, sort of a breakout performance for her. What did you think of her out there today?
Well, that's it. I mean, the last couple games I've been saying get the ball in. So not only am I telling them to attack the basket more, and then obviously see inside, and we drew some, we called some plays to get the ball inside, but it's really better when they attack and find her, and you know, she especially obviously in the third quarter, we went right to it in the third quarter. But you know, she gave us, she was hitting, she was 4 for 5. I wanted her to keep shooting. You know, her and they both have open, green lights. So they found them and they helped us kind of get us a little bit of separation and put some points on the board.
Nate doesn't have that many points, but you get your 15 rebounds and 10 on the defensive side. You know, just talk about having that type of defensive presence to just end those possessions.
And they're boxing 2 out on her, and then some of that she gets her hands on and she's able to get them is just amazing on her athleticism and her skill. It's just, she's just a force to reckon with, and you know, she's like a silent assassin. You know, her and Asia have very similar, their personalities are quiet kind of on the court like that, and they hold a lot of stuff in, but she takes so many hits. People don't realize the pounding that she gets in the whole game, and being an undersized post, but I just watch sometimes and how she comes up with that rebound is just amazing to me. And to be able to, it's like glue on her hands. It's like she gets one hand on it, she can pull it. So that's when she ever bobbles one, I can't believe it. It's almost, I'm like, what's happening to her? What's wrong with her? You know? So just proud of her, and you know, it's never easy for her, and you know, has a great night, like you said. Doesn't have it on the point scale, but does what we really need, and we got out rebounded by 2, which is not something we're happy about.
Coach, you got Drexel up next. What adjustments do you think you have to make? What do you think you have to work on in order to?
Yeah, so I mean, they'll do even a better job of the interior defense too. So we're just going to have to work on the whole concept of inside out and just be ready. I mean, these guys know that team inside and out. They know us inside and out. It's just been a long battle for me. 14 plus years going against them with my days at JMU. So, she thinks just does a great job, and it'll be it's going to be fun as usual, but it'll be strategic, and it'll be just a great test for us. I mean, they're a good team. Their record is not showing it, but they're really rising up. So, we just need to be prepared and just have our best game plan going against them.
Yeah, thank you.